it just never ceases to amaze me. Look, I'm not going to talk about this crappy Saudi Arabia show because they're all bad. None of these shows are good. It's, blood money in the bank. It's literally a show made for the company to make profit. None of them are good. There's a couple of okay ones. None are good. I don't care about that. I want to talk about... God. So, when Hell in a Cell 2019 ended, I made a video here and I said it was one of the worst pay-per-views ever and one of the stupidest things the company could have done, because what they did was they created this character, the Fiend. Bray Wyatt created this character. Bray Wyatt actually showed me privately concept art for this character 5 months before it made the television. And it's something that Tom Savini worked on, and I was so happy for Bray Wyatt. Those of you who constantly have, people who are barnacles have brought up the fact that he cut a promo on me. You got worked. Sorry, you got worked. Bray, I was very excited to see Bray come to Tampa, which is where he's from originally. The guy, Wyndham Rotunda, and defend the title. He had the hottest character in the company for several months. Then the Seth Rollins match happens, and I remember specifically saying that they did too much. I specifically said that they did too much, because in that match, he survived ladder shots, chair shots. He survived a sledgehammer to the face, multiple curb stomps. Literally, Bray Wyatt was pushed to be the most overpowered character in the history of this company in that match, even more than The Undertaker. Like, he was more OP in that match than The Undertaker. The Undertaker can't survive a sledgehammer to the face and all the poundings he took. Bray Wyatt was able to do it. Then Bray Wyatt... again, they do a DQ finish or a no contest in the Hell in a Cell 2 years in a row. Killed the gimmick. Then the very next week, they go and they have... Not the very next week, I'm sorry. About 3 weeks after Halloween, they have Bray Wyatt win the title. Which, again, maybe a bit too soon, but that's fine. He wins the belt, goes on to have a feud with The Miz and Daniel Bryan, and they have some pretty good matches. Then the Goldberg thing happens. Now, the original plan for WrestleMania was they were going to have Roman Reigns versus The Fiend, John Cena versus Elias. That's been changed because apparently last Saturday, Vince McMahon had a meltdown and ripped up everything for SmackDown. It's all been changed now. And we had heard it was going to be Roman Reigns versus Goldberg in the Battle of the Spears, followed by Bray Wyatt versus the John Cena. Now, the Bray Wyatt-John Cena match seemed pretty obvious because, the idea of Cena going for his 17th championship against the Unstoppable Fiend, even if he doesn't win, that's a good story, right? That's a good story to tell. Cena can fail, but it's still a good story to tell and a simple one. Goldberg versus Roman does not need the title. It doesn't need the Universal title. It could just be Goldberg versus Roman, Battle of the Spears. And so on Super Showdown, they have Goldberg hit the Fiend with like 4 spears and a jackhammer. One jackhammer, the same move that Brock Lesnar kicked out of, and the same move that Taker kicked out of, even though it was botched. And the Fiend gets pinned 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Now, I told y'all in that Hell in a Cell 2019 video, I tried to explain why that finish was terrible. I tried to explain that when you have a character and you make him too powerful, him losing via pinfall someday is not going to make any sense. So what you're telling me right now, this is what you're telling me right now, is that we have a character that can survive a sledgehammer to the face, multiple curb stomps, and various weapons. A guy who can teleport, which Taker can do as well, so that's just wacky WWE bad power scaling, losing to a 52-year-old man with one finish. God, this company sucks. Let me tell you right now, I already got my ticket for WrestleMania. Am I regretting it? Not really, because my friends are going to be down here and I'm going to have a good time. But this is probably it for me as far as that goes. I might go to LA next year because I've got friends going to that and I want to meet up with my friends there. And it's a good thing to do with friends. But as far as me actually going to a wrestling show with this company, at this point, if you pay money, if you are still paying money to see this company live, with the exception of NXT, you're being fucked with. You're literally getting bent over and fucked. The company has no respect for you as a fan. They don't respect your intelligence at all. They don't. They haven't for a long time. I understand how popular Goldberg is because I'm a Goldberg fan. I really am. I don't think anybody wants to see Roman Reigns win the title from Goldberg. Roman Reigns winning the title from The Fiend, even though I don't want to see that, at the very least, would be a bit more of an epic journey because it's The Fiend, you know, and even then he shouldn't have won. So you have this character, again, who's been built up as being completely unstoppable, losing to Goldberg in a Saudi Arabia show that most people probably didn't even watch outside of, you know, people who were able to watch it, because most of us are going to be at work during this time. You know, the show started at, you know, noon Eastern. It's just mind-blowing to me. Like, it really is mind-blowing to me. Again, I expected it because I heard this morning before the show started it was going to happen. I didn't think it was true. Or I thought that they were going to do the Goldberg-Roman match and just have Bray win, or do a DQ finish or something like that to keep the belt on Bray, because Bray has been unstoppable. And they chose to go with Goldberg. It's mind-blowing to me. They have cut Bray Wyatt's balls off. He'll never recover from this, I don't think. He might, but I don't think so. The character was super hot, killed, dead. And we have Goldberg, a guy from the past, coming back. Which, again, I like Goldberg. I respect the guy. Great father. And an inspirational dude. But coming back from the past and winning the Universal title because Vince is scared that SmackDown is sinking. And yeah, SmackDown was sinking pretty badly. And now we're going to WrestleMania to see Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. We're going to see Roman Reigns beat a 52-year-old man. It's not even going to matter. Yeah, they're two badasses, but that match does not need the title. I don't understand. I understand having Goldberg beat Brock at Survivor Series 2016 because they were building up to a rematch, which was awesome. I understood that. At first, I was shocked by it. I thought it was a mistake to have Brock lose to a guy who's, you know, again, an older guy. No disrespect. People call him old turd. I wouldn't go that far, but he's an older guy now. And they had Bray Wyatt, the unstoppable monster creature with all these powers who scares everybody, lose to Goldberg 1, 2, 3 in the middle with a jackhammer that he barely even got him up for. Look, if you really think this company respects your intelligence outside of NXT, man, you must have a low intellect, buddy. And look, even as a little kid, I don't see how little kids could possibly dig this. I don't see how. I'm happy Goldberg is back and got the title. I'm not hating that part of it because Goldberg is awesome. But from Bray Wyatt, though, The Fiend, I just don't have anything else to say. Look, I'm going to end the video now because I don't know what else to say. So John Cena will wrestle The Fiend at WrestleMania, which means that Bray Wyatt's probably going to get his win back from WrestleMania 30, which is fine. If it was for the title, people would care. And they could always switch the belt back to Bray Wyatt on SmackDown or at Elimination Chamber, but I don't think so. I think Roman's going to win the Chamber. He's going to go on to face Goldberg at WrestleMania. Instead of having Cena win the Chamber, which he should do, and then face Bray Wyatt for the title, they did the opposite. And we're supposed to believe that a 52-year-old man was able to beat the monster that nobody could beat half his age. Finn Balor couldn't do it. Daniel Bryan couldn't do it. Seth Rollins couldn't do it. My God, is there anything to look forward to in this company? Is there any, except for NXT, is there anything that makes sense? I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I knew that when they had Bray Wyatt beat Seth Rollins, I said it at the Hell in a Cell review here on this channel, that it was a big mistake and that they killed the gimmick and they killed both guys without really intending to kill both guys. Tonight, they actually killed Bray Wyatt. I mean, he can't recover from this. He'll never be the same after losing to this old man. But again, it's all fake. Who cares? We're going to forget about it in a week because that's the way they treat us. Embarrassing, bro. Just embarrassing. This is an embarrassing situation. I'm out of here.